mid-October of 1962, and President Kennedy is discussing what to do about the situation at hand in a secret meeting with his chief advisors. Several days prior, an American U-2 spy plane secretly photographed Soviet nuclear sites and missiles being built in Cuba, pointed directly at the United States. A week later, on October 22nd, the president announced his plan of action in a press conference. He reinforced the naval base in Guantanamo and placed a naval blockade on Cuba, not allowing for any shipments of military supplies or any other goods from the USSR to be delivered. He also demanded for the sites to be destroyed and the missiles to be removed. In the press conference, President Kennedy also stated that any attack made by Cuba on the United States would be considered a direct attack by the Soviet Union as well. This was considered by many to be the climax of the Cold War, in which tensions between both powerhouses reached a pinnacle and a nuclear war nearly began. Nikita Khrushchev, president of the Soviets at the time, felt that by placing intermediate-range missiles in Cuba, it would give the Soviets an advantage over the United States, which had made recent developments in the advancement of its missiles, and allow for the small country to defend itself against another U.S. invasion after the failed Bay of Pigs invasion in 1961. In the United States, tensions among the people reached an all-time high as nearly everyone lived in fear of a nuclear strike, anxiously waiting to see how Khrushchev would respond to the blockade. Luckily, Khrushchev realized the devastating possibility of a nuclear war and turned the ships around. On October 26, the Soviet president sent a long letter to President Kennedy proposing that the Soviet missiles would be removed and nuclear areas in Cuba abolished in exchange for the United States' assurance that it, or its proxies, would not invade Cuba. Khrushchev sent another letter the next day stating that he would remove the missile installations in Cuba if the United States would do the same with its missiles in Turkey. President Kennedy ignored the second letter and agreed to the first proposition. Finally,